Good evening. Wow. My name is Natalie and I'm honored to be here tonight standing in front of you as a blood cancer survivor. It's hard to believe, I love that it's been 2.5 years since I received the news that would change my life forever. I had always been very healthy and active. My only hospital stay as an adult were for the birth of my two beautiful children, Catherine and Ethan. But in May 2016, I wasn't feeling quite right. While teaching an early morning cycle class, I stepped off the bike, felt very dizzy, and my legs felt very strange. I chalked it up to my body being exhausted from a very busy spring. I just needed some rest. That weekend, I could barely get out of bed. My glands were swollen, and all I wanted to do was sleep. I just needed to make it to the next weekend. Our family vacation to Cancun, Mexico was so close. Before our trip, I visited with my primary care physician, who noticed bruising on my legs, and he decided to order blood tests. While on vacation, we found out the results of my blood work. My hemoglobin registered at 5.7. Normal is 12 to 15.5. He was concerned that I might have a bleeding ulcer. He advised me to go to the nearest emergency room to get retested. So I went to the ER at the tourist hospital in Cancun, Mexico, and my lab results showed that my hemoglobin and my platelets had dropped even lower. My face was extremely pale, my tongue was blue, and the doctor in Mexico didn't want to release me. He wanted to do an immediate transfusion, but my primary said, nope, you go back to the United States and go directly to the nearest hospital. So I left alone from Mexico on a direct flight to Phoenix. As I said goodbye to my husband and my kids at the airport, I cried, not knowing if I would ever see them again. I knew my condition was very serious. As I sat on the plane, waiting to take off, I wrote down all of my personal information and gave it to the person next to me, just in case something happened while I was on flight. Upon landing, I went straight to the ER at Banner University Medical Center. After 4 days and many tests, including a bone marrow biopsy, a hematologist met with us and told me that I had acute lymphoblastic leukemia at the age of 42. I didn't know what to say, nor did I have any knowledge or experience with blood cancer, but I was committed to beating this cancer. I hadn't finished my work on Earth yet, and I wasn't about to leave my kids and my husband at this time. The next day, I actually started induction chemotherapy at Mayo Clinic Hospital. Love you guys. And remained in the hospital for 3 weeks. This treatment normally brings patients to remission. However, I didn't see that outcome. After my bone marrow biopsy, I learned that I had refractory ALL. With cancer still attacking my body, I had to turn to alternative treatment. Fortunately, the FDA had recently approved an immunotherapy drug called Blincyto to treat patients with my specific type of blood cancer. I would only be the 3rd patient in the history of Mayo Clinic Hospital to receive this treatment. This drug allowed me to receive remission and ultimately a bone marrow transplant in October of 2016. Blincyto not only saved my life by getting me to remission, but it minimized my body's exposure to chemotherapy and radiation, and ultimately allowed me to receive my life-saving cure, a bone marrow transplant. In March of 2018, I was able to meet my bone marrow donor for the first time, Josh Kaus, the man that saved my life. I am honored tonight to have Josh with me here, coming up, here he is, and his family who flew in from Chicago. So Josh, this is my bone marrow donor. With Blincyto, my fantastic Mayo Clinic health team, my bone marrow donor, Josh, and the support of my lovely and wonderful family and friends, I'm alive today. Thank you so much for your support of the mission of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and thank you for bringing light to the darkness of cancer. Have a beautiful evening.